Hi, this is Kevin. I'm a retired firehouse cook, and today I am making homemade chocolate pudding and my wife's pie crust. It's easy to make. You'll say it's one of the best pie crusts you've had. So please help my channel and subscribe. It's free, and let's get started.
Shifting 1 1/3 cups of flour or 185 grams. And I tell you, this is the best crust I've had. It's so easy to make. So there's the 185 grams. And this is half a cup of Crisco, and she likes the butter Crisco. So that's a half a cup of buttered Crisco. And this is a half teaspoon of salt. And we're using 40 grams or 3 tablespoons of water. And that is it. So 4 ingredients, and you're going to have one of the best pie crusts you've ever had. And then we're going to roll it out. And I'm going to do probably a 12-inch circle, and I'm going to put it in a 9-inch pie pan. And if it comes apart, you can stick it right back together. So I put some holes with my fork on the bottom, and I'm going to take a piece of round parchment paper, and I'm going to put all of them down. I just don't want to go above the parchment paper. I made the mistake of not putting it down once, and the weight of the stones went into the crust, and it just ruined it. So make sure you put the parchment paper down. Now I got an oven preheated at 425 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for 10 minutes, and then I am going to take the cover off of the edge, and so it can brown the edge. I don't want them to get burnt. So I'll be back in when it's all done. All right, the pie crust took 30 minutes, but I did it in parts. I had the stones in there on top of the parchment paper, and I had the ring around. I kept the ring on for 10 minutes, took it off, set the timer for another 10 minutes, took the pie crust out of the oven, took out the stones and the parchment paper, and put it back in for another 10 minutes, and that's how it got this nice brown color, and the crust is down. So I took it out of the oven and I set it aside. Okay, now we're going to make the chocolate pudding. So I have 2 cups of 2% milk. I'm going to put in 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to put in half a cup, no, I'm sorry, 4 tablespoons of cocoa. And I'm going to mix that up. Put in 2/3 cups flour. And then mix that all up. Now I'm going to put it on medium-low heat. And I'm going to stir it until it gets smooth and starts to bubble. Okay, you can see it's just now starting to bubble. So we're going to turn off the heat. We're going to put in 4 egg yolks, half cup of chocolate chips, and then 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to stir that in. Okay, we're going to put it back on the heat. And we're going to put it on for about a minute. We want to make sure that everything's melted, the butter and the chocolate chips. Okay, and the final test is put a spatula or spoon, and if you run your finger down and it stays apart, it's done. And we're going to pour this in the pie pan. Now we're going to have some left over, but that's okay. But I wanted to make sure we had enough to fill it all the way to the top. I'm going to put some cling free on it, and I'm going to make sure that it touches the chocolate so we don't get a skin. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to set up.
You could put it in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 hours and let it set up, but I put it in overnight. So I think the best way is to do this the day before you're going to serve it, just so it gives it plenty of time to set up. But I took a piece, it looks really nice. I know that the pudding's good because I tasted it off the spoon yesterday, but definitely give this a try. It's easy, great flavor. Definitely do the pie crust. I think you'll say it's one of the best crust you've ever had. Enjoy. And as always, please subscribe. It's free and it helps out my channel. That is good.